What's up, everybody? We've not done a video like this in a long time. Last time we were here, probably doing a Whiskey Wednesday, which I told you, I was like, hey, we should grab one of our favorite whiskeys, come in here and sit down. And today, we're going to be talking about the life, the legend, and then the death of one Dusty Ball here at Neomag. That's right, Dusty is going to be moving on from this team, which from the people that I've told this to, they're like, what say that again? What's that? Yeah, Dusty is
it's a little sad.
Moving on. There might be some tears in this video.
A little bittersweet.
We'll see, but I thought, you know, a lot of you guys have been following us for a long time and know Dusty. I've seen Dusty in a lot of videos and have come to love, and some of you even hate Dusty, and I get both of those emotions completely.
Yeah. Most people just don't like my legs.
I don't understand that.
No.
So many more things to dislike.
That's right.
So I thought that what we would do is I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about the story of how this team became, because if we go back to almost the beginning, so I started Neomag in end of 2015. By I should have checked these dates. By the end of 2017, I had moved into a new house with a garage on the back of the property. And when I started working on it, it was this awful, dingy garage, but my plan was to refinish it and turn it into the Neomag shop. And during that time, we were at the same wedding.
Buddy of mine, his wedding.
And so
we've known each other for a long time.
We've known each other for a long time. Yeah. So we went to the same church for a long time, but at that time we actually hadn't seen each other for a while. And so it kind of rekindled a little bit of a friendship. And I remember a conversation happening of you saying about how you like to shoot, and you had kind of just started getting into shooting, and I was like, hey.
I was doing contract work at the time, and you were going full time. And so the thing that happens is when people are at home during the day, when everyone else is at work, you kind of like, oh, let's do things together.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you're somebody that works from home, and more and more you guys are finding this out, because working at home is more of a common thing, but especially when you're a business owner and you're all by yourself, when you find somebody who is able to be, who has free time during the week, and you're also going to school.
I was,
You're finishing up your chemical engineering degree.
Right.
At that time. So I needed help working and finishing the shop out, and that's basically how it started, right? Like you were...
Well, it's hanging out with you at the range and finishing the shop.
Yeah, like you were... I think it started out, you're helping me finish out the shop, and then I was like, hey, can you hold a camera? Because if you go back and look at our old YouTube stuff, it's all tripod shots of young Greg. You know, shooting and stuff, and having somebody, one, just safety-wise too, it always freaks me out being at the range shooting by myself, but then two, to have somebody that can hold a camera. So it was actually, I did go back to YouTube, and I went back and looked, and there were quite a few videos that you had filmed, but you weren't in.
Yeah.
And so
essentially, if it moved, I filmed it probably.
Exactly, yeah. And because I don't think I have ever had anybody else do that. It was either tripod, and then you came along. But then the first video came along, so we had finished out the shop, and we'd been working in there for a little while. I did notice in this video it's pre-CNC machine, so I think so. I think it's pre-CNC machine.
That's got to be a pre-CNC machine.
And so we started doing like a weekly vlog of what was going on. We just wanted to kind of bring people into this. It was me and Dusty, Braden, who's actually behind the camera. I think he had started by then, Bray. So Braden was working part-time, but really it was Dusty kind of part-time and Bray kind of part-time. But it was Dusty during the day. Bray would usually come in the evenings after school. So anyway, this is the first video of Dusty on camera in our shop. Let's check this out. So we had this opening shot of us. This is the beginning of our silly videos.
Yes.
And this is what most of the rest of this video is going to be. Beautiful morning. Oh, look how young I am.
I think you should shave your face bare again.
Nope.
You look so young.
Yeah, you're right.
You'd get carded again if you did that.
Monday morning.
I like not getting carded. So here we are in the old shop.
Yeah.
Packing orders, getting
Sitting
stuff ready. Yeah, we're going to watch this whole thing, but this was the beginning of a lot of years and years of videos.
Yep.
So that video was the first time that we got Dusty in front of the camera, and that motorcycle scene at the beginning is also kind of the beginning of a lot of the silly ideas that we would come up with for future videos, and we're gonna get to some of our favorites, but kind of one of the next big turning points or really kind of in your life and in the business at that time is you decided to go mountain biking.
I went mountain biking once. That was pretty fun.
Once.
Until it wasn't.
And you didn't even finish.
No, I really just got down the hill once, hit the first jump, hit the second jump, hit a turn, and that was it. That was my whole mountain biking experience.
The problem was you didn't turn in the turn, right?
Supposed to turn, but I don't know.
Straight. So
I don't remember.
Here's what happened. Here's a video.
Oh yeah.
Pretty smooth. Smooth sailing.
Until this happened.
Dun dun dun. Hey everyone. I'm doing good. Just had a little bicycle accident. For your release in the morning. Thanks for all the thoughts and prayers. Appreciate it. Take care. About 2 weeks.
All right, hold on. So little known fact, when I woke up, I wasn't sure if I had children or not. I didn't know my wife's name. That was a bad accident. I didn't know my neck was broken either. Didn't know it for like a whole year, because right after that we went on vacation to the Upper Peninsula, and then I went to S12. So that was sucky.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. And what's interesting about this video, the Augustin Stanley video, is it really gives a picture of kind of how simple things was back then. And in the beginning of that video, you see basically an empty shop. There's a couch off to one side. There's just a table in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Like there's no CNC machine. We're able to ride mini bikes in the backyard. Have front and stop over. As much as I love where we are now and how far the company has come, I watch stuff like this. And I miss it horribly. And I miss it.
Oh.
I miss the simplicity of that. I never want to go back to it.
I heard Greg's traffic jam joke maybe 100 times. I'd be like, oh, traffic was terrible getting here. Like, yeah, mine too. And he's literally walking behind Rigby or Hines.
My dog would walk really slow as I walked to the 30 feet out my back door into the shop.
And he would say that same joke over and over again.
Every day. Traffic day was horrible.
Horrible. So to be fair, at one point in time, we didn't really have like concrete out front, and it was like the middle of winter, and we had like a board set on a couple of bricks, and like you would teeter out to the shop. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it would be like slumped down into the water.
It was like a moat in front of the shop. I remember if it rained really hard, we had to stop everything and grab shovels and go out in the backyard and start digging trenches to try to get the water to run away from the shop.
In the middle of winter, it rained, and like it was melting the snow and coming into the shop. And you could see like a trickle of water coming in.
The ground was still half frozen, so you couldn't dig.
And then we dug a giant ditch, a giant pit in the backyard to drain the water that would get up, and it didn't do anything.
It just filled up and then stayed. I think it's still
like waist-high pit.
Years later, I think it's still full with the same water.
Same water. It didn't go anywhere. Just into clay. So.
But that really just set up what life in business was like back then. We were still growing. My full-time salary and 2 part-time guys, or one part-time guy was easy, and it was fun. So, and like I said, that really being able to have that kind of time to just think freely and come up with ideas really led to a lot of hilarious videos. At least it's hilarious to us. We never let. The question of will other people think this is funny never even came up. It was...
We didn't care.
Hey, do we think this is funny?
Yes.
Yes, we think this is funny. So we have a little montage of some of our favorite moments from some of the old videos. Hey guys, Greg with Neomag. Just want to let you know about this month's Custom Shop Cerakote edition by our friends at Weaponworks. Weaponworks did this awesome tiger stripe Neomag. These are beautiful. There's only 25 of them. Make sure you go on the website and order yours now. Where'd you get a shotgun?
Oh my goodness!
Alright, this month our custom shop Cerakote is by Savage Cerakote. Is there anything else I should say?
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
I want to announce this month's Neomag.
Dusty, no.
Why?
Because it's my company, I get to do the fun stuff. You have
do
to
all
build.
the fun stuff all the time. I build all these freaking Neomags.
Yeah.
I want to announce it.
No, that's what you get paid to do.
This
You're
isn't
gonna do
exactly
it.
my job. Don't you understand?
Check it out. Savage Cerakote did an awesome job.
So, we have this month's Neomag is Savage Cerakote. It's called the Blood Red Beatdown.
On behalf of all of us here at Neomag,
Happy Thanksgiving.
go to the hardware store and get 2 washers for a half-inch bolt. That's it.
No, that's good.
Alright, 2. Alright, hold on.
Okay.
What I'm afraid what you heard was, I'm gonna go screw around for an hour,
Now,
and then, no, I need you to go right there.
Greg, I'm your most loyal employee.
It's been 2 hours. Where did you go? Alright, where's the washers? Really? Dusty, a happy 1-year anniversary at Neomag. To celebrate, Dusty has to wear this authentic Mexican wrestling mask all day. He looks pretty happy about it too. Happy anniversary, buddy.
Thanks. What's my position? Well, you could call me the CEO, down. Or you could call me the CFO. Possibly the Vice President, Head, Chair, Corporate. All I know is, I'm kind of a big deal.
Hey, Candy.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm so good.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. That's so nice of you. Oh my gosh. Neomag, Century Stop, and the rest?
Yep.
I hope you didn't pay for these. I could get these things for free. See, I have like 300,000 subscribers.
Do you?
And, no, really. I
right.
hope you didn't pay for them. I'm not gonna waste money.
See how this goes, draining the pool.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Ready?
Let her go, Captain.
Gonna be fine.
All right, so that was a few of our most favorite silly video moments, and there's so many more, but we're trying to keep this video at a reasonable length. The next stage of this, which I realized as reading this video, this is just as much of a story of Neomag video as it is kind of about Dusty, which is kind of my goal with this. But really, the first this 5-year segment really is, and with everything that happened, like again, it was just the two of us for a lot of it. So.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of kind of Neomag history, but it's going to really get more into Dusty here in a moment. So the next thing was, so we bought that CNC machine and then maybe lasted a year before we were like, we need more space. Mm-hmm. And so we find this shop that we're actually still in. Dusty and I came over here. Bray, did you come with us? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the 3 of us came over here, looked at the shop, fell in love with it. And the next thing we know is it was actually Black Friday. I remember we didn't really have a shop. Mm-mm. We were in my house.
In transition.
We're trying to move stuff into the shop here. So it was like November, December of 2019, we moved into this shop. And there was also when you officially started full-time staff.
Yeah, as I graduated. I was like, I need work. So.
And you're doing this, so what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, what else was I gonna do? So I came and worked full-time. Finally.
Yeah.
Because I'd been waiting to do that for a while.
Yeah, so let's check out this video.
I picked up this camera. It's a little dusty.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of things that have happened around here since the last time I picked it up. Dusty, how you feeling, buddy?
Say my name?
I said the camera's dusty. But here's also dusty.
Hi.
It's been a
I
while
look
since
the
we picked
same.
this thing up.
I haven't aged a day.
Why? Because we've been
Sick, and before that, before Shot Shot, like we haven't really done
I was graduating college.
anything. Well, we're in a new place.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we picked this thing up that we actually are in a different different shop now.
Yeah.
So there's like a 0.5% of this battery left. How long it's been since I picked this thing up. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, but I thought I could kind of give you guys just a quick look around
SHOT Show sickness?
at the new shop. Everything that's going on here today. It's just the two of us. It's actually, since I picked this thing up last, Dusty's become full-time with me.
Yeah, I'm here like double the amount of time now.
So I'm trying to adjust to that. The fact that he's here all the time now. It is. But we're in a bigger space,
tough.
so I don't have to be
We shared an office.
next to
We literally shared an office. It's crazy.
touching butts all the time. What are you doing, my dog? Alright, well, we're gonna give you guys a little tour here and show you what's going on.
While the shot's on.
Alright.
That was cool. Riggs had so much energy back then. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's insane. So that was the beginning of the next phase of Neomag and of your journey from college kid to helping build a shop to helping pack orders, build Neomags, bend clips.
Started customer service at the old shop.
I handed over the email because I was done with that.
Yeah.
And I mean that's pretty much what you were doing.
Yep.
Then right, like
Email.
I mean, there's the two of us. So and
Just did whatever needed done, right?
yeah, but we each wore a dozen hats and we had to do everything.
The only thing I didn't do that I was so thankful was bend clips because Braden took
We
care
brought
of
Braden on and he was the clip bending.
the clip master.
You never and you never really ran the CNC machine. Those are kind of the two things.
Yeah, oh, I did once, but that was a bad thing.
Yeah, I probably didn't let you do that.
I think I shot a piece out, and he was like, "You didn't tighten it down." I was like, "I think I tightened it down." And he was like, "You didn't tighten it down, or it wouldn't be on the wall." And I was like, "I definitely tightened it down." So no animosity
I
there.
don't remember that. Clearly, you do. All right, so the next one of the next big things that we took on when we launched the Alias product, which is honestly one of our biggest, it's the biggest product launch that we had. We decided to do like a 3-part video series, and you and me worked really hard on that video. And, and working on the storyline for it, and figuring out each of the parts and characters. We're both huge Bond fans, so we ripped off a lot of the Bond feel and vibe and story and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that was awesome.
It's still probably, I still think today it's our best. It's the best video that we've ever done, like with the storyline.
Yeah, production-wise.
Production-wise, product integration. That was kind of the beginning of Bray running a camera too. I think. I think that was the first time I was like, Bray, we're in this video. I need you to run a camera, and so that really then took on an advanced Bray down the road too. So the mission videos. Those were so fun. You were the Bond character in that, right? What was your name?
Agent Sterling.
Agent Sterling. That's what it was.
And your name was Rupert?
Rupert.
Rupert.
And the funny thing about this video series, it was supposed to be serious.
Very serious.
Very serious. Like I don't think at any point in any of those videos there was like a comedic.
No, we weren't trying to make it funny.
Comedic thing, but all the comments of people saying how thankful they were that we made a video that made them laugh.
Yeah, I was just like,
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
We were trying to be awesome, and you guys were like, wow, that was funny.
So we're just gonna put in like a little.
I looked amazing.
Just like a little clip here. Honestly, I would recommend going and watching the 3 videos. It'll take like 15 minutes of your time, I think.
Yeah.
And go watch his videos. I think they're great. And Dusty was great. I don't know. Were you?
I was a brilliant human being. My wife thought I looked hot. That's really all that
That's really all that mattered. I mean, we got to wear...
Your wife must have thought you looked hot, too, because you looked hot.
We got to wear... I still have pictures...
I do, too.
...rotating in my office from that day, because we'll never look that good again.
No, absolutely not.
Maybe that wasn't the peak of our acting.
No, certainly not.
but
we looked real good.
But we looked good.
And we're in a good environment. That helps, too. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Michael and McCann's for... they donated the cars and the house and everything was theirs.
I wish they donated it forever, but
yeah, no.
I had to leave that car, and I was sad about that.
All right, so let's watch just a little bit of that, and then we'll give you guys links to watch the rest of them.
If it's not the nightmares that wake me up, it's certainly my kids. I have my jobs in life, but being a father is one of the most rewarding. On the other side of this door, my alias is Agent Sterling. And today, I have a bone to pick with Rupert.
You know, for one of the greatest spies in the world, you sure don't know how to park a car.
Before you send me on any more missions, you need to fix this.
Stop at the shop tomorrow morning. I got something to show you.
Honestly, some of the best memories I have of us and our time together and everything, like a lot of it is at the shop, the old shop, but a lot of trips we got to take together.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I'm thankful for what I get to do, what you've got to do, is just the people we get to meet and the places we get to go. So we'll try to pick some video here for B-roll as we're kind of talking here, but we got to go hang out with Pat McNamara, so cool. I think twice we went down there.
Yeah.
And honestly, genuinely cool guy. His wife Rebecca is great. But just like the trip down there, which I would love if you pull some of the B-roll, but like we made videos on the trip down there of us singing,
like retards,
singing songs, and
yep.
I mean it's an 8-hour trip, so we have to entertain each other.
It was a good time for sure.
Yeah.
And then meeting Pat was awesome. Pat Mac was awesome. I didn't really know who he was before going down there.
Really, who is this guy? I'm like, there's only one of those.
Shook his hand. I was like, "Hi, good to meet you. What do you do?"
Well-known, respected guys in the industry is all.
And I didn't know much about the industry in general.
Which trip was it when he picked you up?
That was the first or second. At one point in time, he picks me up.
One of the times.
I thought I was gonna puke everywhere, frankly.
I remember you say something. I'm gonna puke.
And I like reload his gun as
and you smack his butt.
Smack his butt. Yeah.
Trigger time, blazing hot, North Kakalaki. Sweating like you wouldn't believe, working with Neomag, doing mag changes, working drills, kind of running out of fresh ideas, so I just came up with one. Dusty, I got your back! Stay with me. Oh. Don't freaking puke, bro. Whatever you do, don't puke. Stay with me. Mag change. I got you! Rock and roll.
Woo!
We got to find that video.
That's a good one.
But
and we went to his house and tried to pick up the weights that he lifts up. And legitimately, yeah.
These like concrete balls that we couldn't pick up, and he just like picked them up and moved them over.
Puts them over top of a rail, and then there's like a video somewhere of me like trying to lift this thing up, and it is like part of the earth.
Here at Pat Mac's gym, you guys have all seen this. Dusty's getting swole. Yeah. We're gonna try to pick up some stuff, maybe. Here, Dusty.
Yeah, get you some of that.
And then we went to California together.
Yep, California.
Honestly, that's probably one of my all-time, any trip I've taken in my life.
It was the coolest trip. We stayed beachfront.
Yeah. So we both brought you brought your wife, I brought my family. We got an Airbnb on the beach. It was a work trip, but I think we truly worked maybe 2 days of the 5 or 6 that
if the IRS asked, we worked the entire time.
Well, I think so. We got to go to Mike Knockout Lights house. We got to
Jerry.
See Jerry.
Mark with First Defense.
Yeah, First Defense. We went to Mark's range.
Yep.
There's a story.
That was cool.
I don't think we got any video of that.
Oh, okay.
So you want to tell the story of?
So I rent a car and he rents a Jeep. I rented a car. It's like a Toyota.
It's a little. It's a roller skate.
Yeah. Okay. And he rents a Jeep, like an actual honest to goodness Jeep. Well, for some reason we were going to Mark's, and it was a good distance out, and his range is like in the middle of nowhere, and so we take the car that I rented because it's way better on gas mileage than a Jeep, and it's frankly nicer to drive. We get out there, and he's like, "Go this way, but don't go this way," and I didn't listen to that because I just followed the GPS. And
it's like Michael Scott in The Office with the GPS when it tells him to turn right, and he turns into the
same thing.
It literally is almost the same thing. And Michael Scott drives into a pond. Dusty drives into what looked like a third world country.
It was the wilderness. Like, there's nothing else to say.
There's like burnt mattresses and like weird plastic, like parts of tarps that I'm pretty sure there were bodies in.
It was certainly.
There were 100%
and there's
there
like
bodies.
off-road desert with. It looked like Moab. Like,
It did.
And I'm in a Toyota.
There was
Taurus,
a road.
like, and at one point in time, we're teetering on 2 wheels at a rental, going
Where this.
over a hill, and we see the range, and we were so thankful. We thought,
I'm freaking out.
yeah, he's like
I'm-
guy's gonna come up with like a technical, and
You know when you have that that gut feeling that something is not right? I've only had that several times in my life. And every time that's happened to me, it's been legit. There's been something that we needed to bug out for.
Yeah.
I had that feeling in my gut that something was not right. And here we are teetering through
yes,
Afghanistan in a Corolla.
it's a that's what it was. A Corolla. It was a California slumland. Is what it was. Just off road. It was crazy.
So we call Mark. He opened he was like, "What are you doing back there?
Yeah, don't go back there.
You should not be back there." He opens up some back door gate and we roll into the range the wrong way. But
It literally felt like we were rolling into like a military base because there's barbed wire gates and.
even when we got to the range, I'm like, I don't think we're supposed to be here.
No, yeah, it didn't
does
feel
not,
like it.
It does not look right. But yeah, then we get to spend time with Mike and those guys on their range, and it was a blast. But really, again, a lot of the memories I have are us walking down to the taco joint, some of the best tacos ever. And I remember how freezing cold the water was. I got ankle deep, and I'm like, nope. And I walked down to this surf shop, asked for the thickest wetsuit they have.
Yep.
And get that. And then Dusty here, you want to tell him about surfing?
So I don't know how to do anything halfway, really.
No.
Unfortunately, and I also don't know how to surf. So, but then I combine those two things together.
How often are you on a beach in California?
We gotta surf.
You gotta do it.
So I'm in the thickest wetsuit they have, legitimately throwing out my shoulders trying to surf. And I got up, barely. I got up.
He looked like, it was a cartoon, is what it looked like from the beach, of just these arms winging around as fast as possible. And I'm watching these other like surf dudes, like, they're just like,
yeah,
slowly
it was
just like do
humiliating.
this, and they kind of stroll for a little bit, and they do another one. And there's Dusty like, murder! And there's like splashing, and there's
like metal music when you cut to me, and then
I remember sitting next to Jennifer going, he's not gonna feel good tomorrow.
Legitimately, like I tore ligaments in my shoulders, and
do we have a picture anywhere
I'm like,
of you shirtless in the office? So
I was in pain for weeks.
Do we have I hope we have a picture of that. So yeah, like weeks later. This isn't like the day we get back.
No,
this is weeks later.
Weeks later, I'm still in pain.
He's still in pain, and I turn and look. I look in the office, and he's in there shirtless because he was in so much pain.
It hurt so bad
that he took his shirt off. I've never felt that.
I was putting icy hot all over my arm.
I don't think you were. I think you just wanted to take your shirt off.
I mean, I like having no shirt on, but I was putting icy hot all over my arms because it hurt so bad.
So that was an awesome trip. What COVID did for pretty much all the gun industry was jumped us years ahead in business growth.
Yeah.
And
like in a month.
Within months. So we can go and look at it was a certain day in March, almost to the day, our business tripled.
It turns out when the government's like, by the way, you all have to stay in your homes forever. We're like,
and there's civil unrest. I
have a video. There's
cities on fire, multiple cities on fire.
I just posted a thing of this. It's literally cities in flames because of the riots, and
the government's like,
yeah. Regardless of how you feel about
keep going.
That drives gun sales and protection sales. Like
it went crazy.
Yeah.
And we went almost overnight. Went from the three of us here to needing more help. So, gosh,
Nate was the first one, right?
I think Nate was the next. Nate, who's our shop manager, GM, a logistics guy. Nate was that next hire. And then after that was Corey, our machinist. We brought in a machinist. I couldn't, I was doing the machining then. Braden was kind of helping switch pallets out here and there, but at that point, I couldn't be a machinist. So we brought in a machinist. we went from one CNC. Well, so when we first moved in here,
Yeah.
I think almost the day we moved into this building.
You bought one at least.
I bought a new Haas VF2. We have a great video on that one. It's actually one of my favorite videos that we posted, just because it just shows the growth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's some pretty funny moments in that one, so you should go watch that, and we'll try to link that one if we can. Dusty.
Okay, that was a powerful pump, baby. That was like unbelievable.
It's one of my favorite edits. It was the way I edited that. It was hilarious. So
just go watch it. It's wonderful.
Yeah, just watch it. But we went from. But then I bought a third CNC machine within 3 months of each other.
Yeah.
I bought another CNC machine because we were just trying to keep up with things, and we expanded. So when we first moved into the shop, we were in about 2,500 square feet. Thankfully, our landlord had already started renovating a space right next to us. Mm-hmm. And we were already kind of looking at potentially moving to another space because we needed more room again.
Yep.
This is not even a year later.
No.
And so we moved into that space. So we have 5,000 square foot here now. We have offices, and we moved the machine shop from what is now our storage area.
Yeah.
Was our machine shop.
Yep.
Into a much bigger shop. So we within 6 months doubled everything.
Yeah.
At least doubled everything.
At least doubled everything.
And that also allowed us to offload some of the hats that we wear.
Right. I went from customer service and all the other things with building and stuff to just doing dealers.
And you were doing some dealer stuff then.
And some marketing. Yeah. Well, I'd started because we had like a third party, Rick. Mm-hmm. I took over that. Yeah, it was just overnight. I went from doing a lot to doing like focusing on
you were able to just
dealers,
kind of laser
ambassadors, just planning, marketing, that kind of stuff.
Well, because people really like you.
They try.
It still boggles my mind, but
he doesn't know how.
People like you. You like people. Mm-hmm. And so it was easy to have you step into that role, and I've always been really thankful about that, like immensely.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little more of an introvert at heart. I've had to work really hard over the years to not be so much of an introvert. I've got better at that, but I'm happy just to go sit in my office and engineer, and then again, I still love relationship, but
yeah.
But the relationship side of thing has always been your strong point.
I love building deals. Like, how can we make something work for both people? And it's like over the years, I feel like that's what I ended up doing. It's just, okay, let's do this for you. You guys can do this for us, and it's always worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, your motto has always been you want the other party to feel like they got the better end of the deal.
Yeah, I want them to feel that way.
Yeah, we're not actually going to. Just gonna make them feel that way.
I'm on to you.
Then we rip the
veil. We pulled the veil over on the deal. They're like, oh, that's still a good deal. Okay.
and so with that, like, we were able to then do for almost a year, maybe we did Whiskey Wednesdays, which is kind of what I talked about at the beginning. Just an opportunity for us to come in here and kind of argue things and debate things together, and those are some of my favorite times. I really miss doing Whiskey Wednesdays. Unfortunately, they just never really took off. They never got the attention. The views were not worth the time that it was taking them.
I think it was a good stepping stone because it got us used to filming weekly.
Yeah.
But I don't think people liked watching them, so there's that.
Yeah.
but I will say this: if you like drinking whiskey, find yourself a job that pays you to drink whiskey, and the whiskey's so much better.
Yeah, free whiskey.
So much better.
So much better.
So.
But I think, to your point, that to me, it also proved that when you and I want to do something, we will do it all the way.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, you don't have to do anything.
No.
I don't want to have to do anything either. When we say we're going to do a video, and especially if we have people that are watching that we say we're going to do something, that we're going to do. We're going to deliver on giving you a video every week and whatever. And I think that just kind of goes along and kind of shows some of the work ethic that you have, that we have, and for why we've been able to get this
right.
To the
I think Ron Swanson says it best: never half-ass anything, whole-ass it.
Whole-ass it. All right, so I kind of want to wrap this up, and it's really hard to wrap up 5.5, 6 years of working together and everything that we've done, and we've hit some of our favorite high points. But I'm sure people are wondering what's going on. Like, why are you moving on?
I won the lottery.
What's happened?
That's not what happened.
No, so why don't you share just a little bit of well, I know what it was. Let me set this up a little bit. Okay. So part of why I was bringing up like the growth and COVID and things blowing up and us being able to kind of laser focus in on some skill sets is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the ability to do that has given you a skill set that you've been able to take and hone and create your own business around, right?
Yeah, so being here and like growing a company from what would basically be a backyard to like a full-time area has taught me a lot about what it's like to do things differently than I would have thought to do them before this. So being able to focus down on sales and marketing has given me some chance to actually continue to learn throughout my time here. And with that, I was able to develop a skill set of growing small businesses into something that's actually functional and taking people from like, hey, this isn't doing so hot to, oh, I see the path to, okay, we can do this. And so that's what I'm going to do now. And I've spent the last 2 years growing clients and growing people's businesses with them on the side. And I now have enough work that it's responsible for me to go ahead and do that full time. And so that's what I'm going to go and do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about this, you are every employee that we've had that has left on their own accord has left because they had their own business that they have got to the point where they're ready to go in, and that's just like, that's a really cool thing for me. It's always hard because I think one of the things is like I connect with people that have that entrepreneurial spirit to them, and I encourage that, and I want to see people follow their dreams, and if that's what they want to do, I want to see them do that. And so seeing you move on to that is really cool to see how it's grown. Like I remember us having conversations back when we were swinging hammers, gutting out the old
chipping away concrete.
Yeah. I remember conversations back then about you talking about, because you had tried a couple of businesses that failed back then. You were talking about how you just don't know if that's if being a business owner is the right thing, even though it's something you want to do. And I really think it's a God thing of like, you weren't ready then.
No, I had 2 businesses that failed and one that I sold to my business partner, and yeah, it was tough. Right? And not everything that we've done here has succeeded either. We probably failed more times than we've succeeded. Oh, certainly. Right? So look at almost all of our videos. We think they're hilarious, but they're not.
That's true. Go look at our YouTube channel. It goes to show that when you chase your dreams, when you work hard, because again, we've had fun along the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But we've worked so hard, and we continue to work really hard.
Legitimately, I can think of weekends where all I did was emails, because either I was sick for a month because of COVID, or because we just got swamped and between trying to build and do customer service stuff. Like, we worked unbelievably hard. But the reason why we're willing to do that is because we had such great times. If it was all that, we'd be like, oh, I'm out. Sorry, hard pass.
It's just work and no fun.
Yeah.
Then that doesn't work. That's gonna fail. So I'm excited for you, man.
It's bittersweet, dude.
Yeah, it's. I was gonna tell myself I wasn't gonna cry during this video. I'm gonna try to continue. I feel it. I feel the lump. I feel the lump forming, but. I mean, who knows what the future holds? It's we never. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if we'd be in this building doing what we're doing, I would have said no. That wouldn't happen. If I would have asked you 5 years ago if you were going to be leaving to go do your own thing, you would have said no, it's probably not going to happen. We all wish you luck. I've been praying for you, and that this is the right decision, and that God's going to bless your next steps. And you have a family now with the young son, and yeah, man, I'm excited to see where it goes. We're all going to miss seeing you. I have a feeling you're not going to be completely gone.
Yeah, if you guys see me back, you just know it didn't work out. Hi guys, I'm back. It's only been 2 weeks, but.
Or it's just, and again, like you've built so many relationships that I know you aren't going to want to just give up those relationships.
Heck no.
That it would be remiss of me to not invite you back to certain things, to see people and keep those relationships going and everything.
Yeah, when you hit California, let me know.
Yeah.
Come back.
We'll see. Yeah, say, Nate, sorry, I need you to stay here. I'm taking the guy who doesn't work for us.
Taking the guy who doesn't work for me anymore. And his family.
I know Braden's going to miss his office mate.
Yeah, I've shared an office with Greg, and I've shared an office with Braden.
And Libby.
And Libby. That's true. And myself. I had it for myself for like 2 weeks. It was so great. And then, but yeah, I've had a lot of good office buddies, and frankly, I work better with an office buddy because I can complain about stuff or laugh about stuff or distract them. All right, Braden? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've enjoyed it here. It's a huge part of my life. Like, you think about my working career. I've been working since I was 16. So what is that? Math's hard right now. That's 20, or that's 21, that's 26, 31. So basically it's a third of my working career has been here. It's the longest place I've ever worked. Before that, little place stints here and there. But to stay somewhere for 6 years for me is just astronomical. So yeah. It's a big deal because it means it was a fun time. And it also means that I felt like I was growing. And so I'm excited to move on and go to the next step, but I'm going to really miss it here, dude.
Yeah, we're going to miss having you around. It's not going to be the same.
Nope, it's not.
So
it might be close. You might hire.
In some ways, it's going to be really nice.
That's true.
Imagine how quiet it's going to be around here.
They're going to have to get another dog. Another puppy.
Oh gosh, who knows what the future holds? Only God does. I'm excited to see what's next for both of us and see what's next for you and your family. So
cool.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you guys later.